This is the picture of the praying mantis that came to me yesterday. And the praying mantis is stillness, patience, meditation, good luck. And it flew right to me. It's really big. And the day before that, I saw a couple of them, but this one flew right to me. I was standing like right here. Okay, so I also put a shorts on for, I put a shorts video on for Guns N' Roses, the song Patience. Okay, because that came out loud and clear. Okay, randomly at the bottom of the deck, we left off with the Two of Cups, the soul contract. So let's see if we can talk a little bit about our soul contract. I do want you to know something about a soul contract, okay? The soul contract writes the story, okay? So you write your story. It's like writing a book, right? Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Okay, you write the story. But as you're living it, as it's in the movie, as you're living it, as you're acting it out, one of the bears gets sick and can't perform. So you have to rewrite the soul contract and you have to put in a different actor. Okay, so the main theme doesn't change. It's still going to end up where the three bears walk in and try to steal all the porridge, right? But the characters change. So we still win in the end. We still go through our karmic assignments. We still do what we planned. If we planned that we were going to put in there a couple kids and a white picket fence, we're probably still going to get that couple kids and that white picket fence. The only difference is that maybe the names have changed because that person you were going to marry married somebody else or turned out to be a jerk. So just so you know about soul contracts, the story stays the same, but there may be different actors. Now, the only way the story is not going to stay the same is if, like, well, it happens a lot. I mean, you know, it's like you decide you don't want kids now. You know, you decide you don't want a husband and a white picket fence. And instead of changing the character then and putting in a different character, you kind of rewrite the whole next scene. So maybe the bears come in, they eat the porridge and burn the house down. And therefore, when you're in the bush hiding, you come out of the bush and you don't have a house, you don't have a family, so you decide to just leave, and that's a whole different story than Goldilocks and the Three Bears original story. Because you rewrote the contract. You decided you no longer wanted to live in a house with your kids, and you no longer wanted to do that story. So it's called an exit point, okay? So you can exit that soul contract and you can start a new one. So now you're starting a new one where you live on Pleiades and you travel all over the universes with your spaceship, okay? So I just want you to understand soul contracts. When I talk soul contracts, I'm talking about your soul contract right now, the energy in your soul contract right now. If you go to Astro tonight and you change it, that's fine. We can do that, okay? But we try to follow the soul contract. It's just a lot of people let you down. So devote yourself to connectedness is the bottom of the deck. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. You devote yourself to your soul contract. You wake up in the morning, you say, I'm an agent of God. I'm going to do this. Okay? The pictures on the wall, we have Jesus with the children, and we have Mary on top of the world with all the angels. Okay? I wake up every morning. That's my mission every day. That's my mission. The children, saving the children, teaching the children. You're a child. So I'm talking about you too, not just children physically. We are children of God, okay? So we're saving the children of God. We're doing it through what we've been programmed, what we've been taught. But now we're breaking free from the programming, and we're doing it by what our DNA says. All the many lifetimes coming together right now. It's a pretty wild time to be alive. You've been hearing that. Well, that's because we're on top of the world. We're no longer in the world. We're wearing the world like a loose garment. So devote yourself to connectedness. And underneath that is truth, truth, and only truth. St. Michael's Sword of Truth. He's been coming out a lot lately because he wants you to know that I speak truth. Now, it's not that you doubt me, but it's just that there's a lot of voices out there telling you a lot of different things. I try to keep it real simple, to the point, to what the energy is, and what the real truth is. That's why I liked AA, because AA's truth was truth. And it didn't make you believe in anything except your own higher power, which freed me up to be me. And now, without going to AA every day and without teaching people in that field anymore, now I can teach all of you in Astro. Come back here in a physical body and share the energy so that you can do your tasks every day and know what the energy is. So the energy today is devoting yourself to connectedness, to your soul contract, not to your 7-year goals, to your today goals. Okay? Stay in today, stay in the hour. You can have them 7-year goals. You can have projects that you want to do. But if you can stay in today, stay in the hour, your life is going to flourish. And then do what God puts in front of you, which is the next right thing, and then just do it instead of you trying to control every single thing that you do. So St. Michael is my guide, okay? He is one of my guides, but he is my main guide, and he is very protective, okay? We've got Page of Cups. They want you to be a dreamer, and they want you to expect unexpected events. They want you to expect magic. And then they want you to have a joyful heart and stay motivated and innovated. Especially all you that are leaving jobs and starting your own companies, starting your own projects, starting your own small businesses because you want out of the matrix. And like yesterday, you want the mask off. This is so important to stay in that Page of Cups energy. Okay, past is past, so you want to learn the lessons from the past, okay? You went through a horrible time at some point in your past. Are you still grieving about it, revengeful about it, hurt about it? If you answered yes, then you need to heal, because we should have learned from our past and be able to say, yeah, I've been there, done that. See, all my past now, when you talk to me, I say, yeah, I can relate. I've done that. I'm not in revenge, remorse, anger, hurt. I've been through all that. So have I been there? Yes, I've been so angry. My nickname was Rage. 1995. I got that nickname in 1994, I believe it was. Rage. Well, you don't get the nickname Rage if you're all healed. Okay, then we're back to the Two of Cups. So it just repeated itself. So it just wants me to tell you that the past is the past. Stay connected. Devote yourself to connectedness. Whatever you're connected to, stay connected. Stay grounded. Ace of Swords is so important because St. Michael is protecting you. Talk to him and stay in your Page of Cups energy. Okay, we'll go a little bit deeper. We're going to pull a few cards here from Divinely Guided Tarot. In Astro, again, all we're doing is we're bringing in everything that's already done and we're bringing it into the movie. So don't put too much emphasis on goals. Stay in the day, stay in the hour. You're going to get so much more accomplished and have so much more fun and peace if you just live in the day and the moment and the hour. Okay, bottom of the deck. Oh, and patience. The other thing they want me to tell you about patience is we used to have this saying, fuck patience, I want to kill someone. Well, you know what? Again, that's back with the revenge, the anger, the victim. If you're still not having patience, if you're still in that attitude, again, lots of healing needs to take place. You're not going to move on. It's kind of like an addiction when I talk about if you have a smoking or an addiction with alcohol or drugs, that it keeps you back from ascending. It's kind of like you can't go into the next room because it's no smoking and here you smoke. So they're like, well, you can't go in that room because you can't smoke. So you got to go put out your cigarette, you know, maybe put a lozenge in and you got to walk in the room. Well, this room says you can't have that poison in your body because we're talking celestial stuff, you know? You can't walk into these rooms and dimensions with all that poison in you. So forget it. So patience, if you don't have that patience, still, there's something in you that's not healed. It's just like you can't have a little bit pregnant. You can't have a little bit revenge and hurt and anger and lack of patience. You either have succeeded and passed those tests or you haven't. So if you are resonating with the part, remember I don't like to say take what resonates and leave the rest because everything resonates that I'm talking about. It's just that you're on different levels. So if you're one of them that are feeling any of them bad traits or have any of them addictions, get them in check. Get them in check because we don't have a lot left of this movie. I can't talk to you like I did in 1995 saying, you know, you need to do these steps, you need to do these assignments. And no, we don't have that kind of time. This is 2025. This is Star Trek generation coming up here, and we need to be clean. Double, bottom of the deck, just what I was talking about. Anything that the devil still has hold on you about, got to get rid of it. And what is it? It's two things. It's ancient ruins. You haven't dwelt enough into who you are and to really know who you are and who and where the ley lines are, where and who the hallowed ground is, the monuments, the ruins. You have built these things. You've been part of these ruins. But you still just see them as, oh, there's a mountain, there's a pyramid, there's this and that. You just look at all this stuff like they're pictures, or do you see yourself with Jesus? Do you see yourself with Mary? Do you see yourself in biblical times? Do you see yourself in the pyramids? I always have. I've always seen myself. So have you really went deep into who you are? Or are you just still playing around in the matrix saying, yeah, I'm Joe? Or are you saying, yeah, I'm Joe in this life, but you know who I was in all my past lives? Have you guys gotten your regressions yet? Check out mine on my video playlist. Okay, so love potion is next. Somebody is still messing around with either doing love spells or they're trying to get you and your partner apart or not together at all. So that's still going on. Why? Because the devil was on the bottom of the deck and he's not going to let go. And because you're not going deep enough and finding out who you are. Once you know who you are, this shit can't touch you. This shit bounces off of me like rubber balls on a building, okay? Some of you, the reason you still feel hurt, angry, resentful, impatient, is because you're letting the devil into your energy. And how does he come into your energy? By one, you don't even know who you are. I mean, think about it. If your enemy knows that you don't even know who you are, what a weak spot is that, huh? I know who I am. Okay, top of the deck, we're going to wrap this up. You still have a divine opportunity coming in. That was yesterday's card. But that divine opportunity is just what I said about the hermit. You've got to go within and find out who the hell you are. Who are you? Saying goodbye to grief and sorrow and letting go. So that's exactly everything I just said. I said you have to let go of the past and learn from it. Now, I'm going to give you another tip. Tonight when you go to bed, we work together in Astro. So go ahead and ask to go to the classes that help you deal with everything I'm just talking about. How to find your ancient self. How to find your past lives. Check out my regression on my playlist. Go ahead and get a regression with Ascana or whoever. Find out deep, who are you? And then once you know who you are, the DNA can get activated stronger and you can be more defensible, I guess is the word, against these attacks from the devil. The devil card didn't come out at the bottom of the deck for no reason. And what's really important is the Ancient Ruins card after it. Because that was just what I was talking about. Do you really know yourself? And a lot of you don't. If I asked you, who were you in a past life? Would you be able to tell me? Well, I think I was a mobster. Well, I think I was a prostitute. Well, I think I was this. Well, those things that you think you were are in your cell memory, and you were them. But you need to go deeper and find out the real story. Who really were you? Were you Cleopatra? Were you Mary Magdalene? Were you Joan of Arc? Who were you really? So that's what's blocking you. That's who's messing with you. Stay connected, stay in the hour, stay in the day. I can't stress that enough because it's so much more fun and less stressful when you just go with the flow, do what's put in front of you, staying in the hour, staying in the day. Your soul contract can play out that way without you in there trying to rearrange all the figures when they're already written. Okay, I think you got it. I love you guys. I am Miss Mystic. If you didn't get it, like I said, talk in Astro. Talk tonight before you go to bed. Ask to come to the classes. I'm there every night. St. Michael's there every night. Your whole spirit team is with you every single night. We're going to pull one card from the middle randomly is ask God, you shall receive his will. Ask God, you shall receive his will. And the King of Swords was stuck to it. Intelligence, logic, St. Michael's sword of truth, rules, laws, logic, brave and courageous, wise, I am man, King of Swords. So ask God for the truth. I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.